Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of how to build a display board. So I know it's been a while, but I've been busy. So here's part 2. This is gathering materials and initial assembly. So what's the thoughts that went into all this? How do we kind of come up with this plan? So if you guys can see in the first video, you'll kind of understand basically what's going on here. We have, like I said originally, the Storm Raven crashed in, Big Hill, and then our Pride Rock, whatever I don't even know what I want to call this yet, type thing. So yeah, so here's kind of the basic board. Now, so a couple things you're going to want to get when you do a display board. Depending on, of course, what you're doing, usually you're going to want some sort of pink insulation foam, or what is the other stuff called? Styrofoam, I think is what it's called. And personally I have 1/2 inch, and then this board is a 1 inch. So some people like to use a 2 inch, which is fine. I think 2 inch is great. I didn't really think I needed it for this kind of a board, but if you think that you need 2 inch foam, go for it. It's very nice. It works really well if you're doing bigger stuff. So, you know, more power to you. So that's that. And if you're going to get pink foam, here's something else you might want. This is foam board adhesive from Loctite. So this is pretty good stuff. Basically, all it is it's a glue that's made specifically for polystyrene or pink foam, and it just seals the foam together without damaging it in any way. So that's what they use it, like home construction stuff. So you know it's good. So after I got all that, I got a couple of these craters. These are Games Workshop craters. I believe they're called Moonscape. You actually cannot find these anymore, surprisingly. So actually, the guy who works at the local Games Workshop, shout out to Kenny, he hooked me up with 2 of these. So I have another one over here. And he had already painted these because they were the ones they used in the store. So I'm probably going to just give one back because I think these are just a little too big, but I'm going to use one. So, because I want to have something kind of big here, which I feel like would be kind of cool. To me, this represents, like, you know, Chapter Master's orbital bombardment or something like that hit the ground, or it's just something, right? If later at a later date I could put like a dreadnought in it or something, who knows? Maybe something happened there, or like a thunderfire cannon just completely nuked this area. Who knows, right? So this is the main initial build. Now obviously there's not a lot on this board right now, and you can see that there's a lot of open space, and I think that that's what you want to go for in doing your display board. You want to make sure that you have a lot of open space. That was one of my concerns originally, was, you know, like, I need to have more stuff on this board, but as I've been working on it, and I put all the models back on it earlier today just to kind of see how it looks, and I realized that almost less is more in these kind of scenarios. So that's a little quick tip from me to you on how to, like, kind of an idea of what you want to be thinking of while you're putting your board together. So now I've had to cut this board down just a little bit. So it's a little less than 2 feet by 2 feet. Let me line it up with my stuff again. Yep. So as you can see, this is 2 feet exactly right here, this line. So it's about 1/2 inch, or about 1 inch shorter than that on 2 sides. And I will tell you guys, actually I'll show you guys why that is. 1 second.